So, there's a lot of talk about Doom 29 being busted. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of theory crafting and try and figure out like what exactly the numbers are going to be, and what they're going to look like. So Doom 2099 comes out next week, and he is a card that is a 4/2. After each turn, add a Doombot 2099 to a random location if you played exactly one card. So, Doom 2099 bots, Doombot 2099, have the ongoing effect that your other Doombots and Doom have +1 power. So, obviously, counters are Red Guardian on Doom 2099 himself, and Enchantress. Enchantress is going to be bigger than Rogue, because on turn 6 you can just hit a location and just say, I hit this whole location and drop power across the enemy board. So you're going to play as you play every deck as if there are no counters. You can put Cosmo out and such, but it's really going to work against your overall maximizing what Doom 2099 can do. So it's going to be something like Tribunal, where, or even Mr. Negative, where when it works, it works. There are the counters and stuff, but you're not going to play a lot of tech. You will have tech in the deck just in case you don't draw your stuff. You can at least protect, but it's a really easy effect to get off. So you'll do something like Zabu or Psylocke to get Doom 2099 on 3. That's what your goal is going to be. Now, if you get Doom 2099 any later than turn 4, the whole game plan falls by the wayside. So, what do we do in that instance? We'll have to have a backup plan, because that it's like Mr. Negative in the sense that you have to draw this card as early as possible. But if you draw him on 3, or if you play him on 3, then he is the card that you played that turn, and it doesn't matter. It's like Wiccan, where you get the energy on the turn he's played. Doom 2099 will drop a Doombot in a random location the turn he has played. So you have Doom 2099 and a Doombot, and then on 4 you'll drop Wave or Electro, and you'll proc another Doom 2099 bot, and then on 5 you'll drop Doom OG, and then on 6 you'll drop Odin on top of the Doom. And so now you have 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 Doombot 2099s, making your 4 Doombot 2099s and Doom all 4, or Doom 2099, all 4 6s. And then you'll have 1 Doom and 2 regular Doombots, and those will be 6 9s. So you've got 618 in the 2 non-Doom locations, and then Odin himself in the Doom location, which makes that 17 power there. You've got the Wave, or the Electro, hopefully the Wave, so you got 3 extra power points wherever you played Wave. And then, and then the 4, 6 power Doombots are just spread out wherever. So 4 times 6 is 24, and then you're looking at, so that 24 power is dispersed, plus Doom 2099 himself is 6 power, so 30 power dispersed over 3 lanes. You're looking at 10 power, 10 extra power, so you're looking at easily over 20 power per lane, close to 30 power. Now, that's where people are like, oh my god, this is going to be insane. And from the perspective of the opponent, it's going to look like every match you're getting against an opponent who draws the nut on every card gets drawn in the order it needs to get drawn, blah, blah, blah. There's some other things you can do, like even if you don't draw, let's say you don't draw Odin, well, then you just play Cerebro, or you play Patriot, or you play Ultron. It really doesn't matter. You play something, right? Probably not Ultron, because the Doombot won't be added till after the locations are already filled up. But I think that it'll go great in a Patriot shell, because say, you don't draw Wave on turn 4. So then you play Patriot instead, and then you play, Mystique on 5, and then play, or you could play Onslaught. Well, no, not Onslaught. Blue Marvel on 5. And then you play, or you could play something like Gilgamesh on 5, because everything's already getting bumped up. And so there's so many options there in case you don't draw what you need to draw. And of course, slamming down Gilgamesh, that's a power bump there. Or you could even do Blue Marvel on 5 into Gilgamesh on 6 and have a different style of zoo. This is what it's turning into, is a different style of zoo. We've seen that with Surfer and the zoo of 3 cards. Obviously, the original zoo of 1 cards. And so this is definitely going to be a card to pick up, because really you could slot it into anywhere. You could even go a route of just playing Doombot on 4, right? Not worrying about it in an ongoing shell. And since the Doombots are all ongoing, when you play Spectrum on 6, huge raise in power. And that's going to be probably a far better shell for it, because if you don't get Doombot, well, Doom 2099, then you can do other things within the ongoing. You still have your game plan of the Blue Marvel or the Claw and what have you. On 4, you can still do like Man-Thing, etc. So a lot of flexibility. It's not just a card that, I have to play 1 card. But when you think about all the decks that want to just play 1 card anyways, I mean, you throw this into a Surtur shell, for instance, and see what that looks like. You play Surtur on 3, you play Doom 2099 on 4, then you play your big drops on 5 and 6, and now you've got bumps up here and there. Surtur gets you may not be able to play Scar, but this is an alternate if you don't draw Scar, or, this card just can fit in so many areas, so many decks. You could throw it into literally anything, because think about how often you just play 1 card, right? So often. And there used to be playing 1 card used to be the thing to do. Ramp was, you just play Electro, and then you didn't care, because all you were going to do was play Doom and then Odin. And this brings back the Doom Odin in such a fantastic way. Like, I love it. And that's why everybody's so excited, because, it's so much of combos. And yes, this is a combo. But it's just a 1 card combo. I mean, you could even go back to play this on 3, play something like Jessica Jones on 4, or Rescue, or what have you, Captain Marvel, right? Or even play Galacta on 3, play this on 4, Captain Marvel on 5, and then Captain Marvel will back up whatever. You can play on Onslaught on 6 in wherever your Doombots are centralized, or even play regular Doom on 6, go back to, and then, this is a huge bump up for Doom, and all this stuff is happening, and you've got the backup of Captain Marvel, or the bump up of Jessica Jones, Rescue, what have you. It puts a lot of these forecasts back into play in a huge way, because now not only are they popping off their effect, which is fine, but they're able to affect the Doom 2099. And so we might even see a meta that could form. I doubt a lot of people are going to do it, but where we have these forecasts that haven't been played a lot, and we go back to a Zabu forecast meta. One other thing, since we're talking about Zabu, we could even put this into Darkhawk. So Darkhawk has had some power shaved off here and there. It's not played as much anymore, but putting the rocks in the deck is still formidable, and you're usually playing now 1 card per turn, especially now that since Zabu's been a 5 cost for a while, he has to be played 1 by himself. You can do something like getting a demon into a hood, or a hood into a demon, so that you can play the demon with him. But if you forego that and just play Korg into Black Widow, and you just see this 1 card, and you can play Doom 2099 at some point, and then play Rock Slide after, and then you just see this. You can even do Darkhawk on 5, Onslaught on 6, and then Onslaught in the lane with the Darkhawk with the Doombots, and this power just spikes across the board. So I think this is a card that is highly flexible in a way that we haven't seen in quite a while. I think this is a card that just it opens up so much deck design. It brings back, it not only brings back cards that we haven't seen in play for a while, original Doom and all this stuff, but yeah, so definitely a card. This is why I believe it's everybody's most anticipated card this month. It's the card that everybody thinks is going to be stupid broken, and I don't think it's going to be broken, because a simple Red Guardian ends the whole thing. 1 Red Guardian, and it's like, okay, now they got out 1 Doombot 2099, and that's 2 power, right? Or it's actually 1 power. Excuse me. So, yeah, definitely a do not pass on this card. If you can, use tokens, because none of the spotlights look good. I don't even... what are the spotlights? Okay, so it's sitting with Meek and Dawkin, which brings up an interesting question of what were they thinking putting those together? So obviously discard, you could put him in as an alternate to if you don't draw Dracula, because really you're playing 1 card with discard generally, especially if you have Malekith, in the deck. That doesn't count as a played card. It's an added card that he has. So you could do something like Doombot 29 or Doom 2099 into Malekith into MODOK, and that would be interesting. But I don't think a blossoming Doom 2099 discard deck, but this is a card that, if left unchecked, will just, it's power that can't be ignored. 6 power, 6 power, 6 power every game, in every location that, you know, if you play on 4, then it's only 5 power. But if you play it as early as 3, that 6 power is going to add up very, very fast. And you can only entrancers 1 location. So, yeah, definitely probably a token buy unless you're really looking for docking. But yeah, be sure to do all the fun things of liking and subscribing and all of that. Before I do head out, there is a giveaway for a pro bundle going on in the Discord right now. You can find links to that on most of my socials. So yeah, thanks for watching.